So in the last couple of days I've put out two videos, one that shows you how to make your text jiggle and one that shows you how to reorder the elements in your shading tab. And I got to thinking, if somebody tries to combine those two videos, it's going to go wrong. So I'm going to show you how to do it so it doesn't go wrong. Okay, just to save a bit of time, I've set up the rearranged or reordered elements in the text node. If you don't know how to do this, I'll put a card in the video that will appear up here somewhere to the video that shows you how to do it. Go and watch it now and I'll wait. Okay, so I'm assuming you've got your text looking like this. Now you want to put a jiggle on it. If you're using the shading tab in your text node, putting a jiggle on it is slightly more complicated than it was with just plain text. But the basic principle is the same. So just for now I'm going to come to element 1, which is our actual text. So come back to your text tab. Much as we did in the jiggle video, we're going to right click in our text input field and we're going to select follower. This activates a modifier button up here, and we're going to come into our modifier and we're going to go through the same process that we did in the jiggle video. So you're going to open your shading tab, you're going to come to position, you're going to keyframe the offset, which makes this path modifier. You're then going to right click on center, modify with and shake, and then we're going to change our parameters to minimum 0.48, maximum 0.52, and we'll make the smoothness 3, and everything's great except it's not. There's a couple of things you'll notice. I'm going to drop that down to 2 because it's not as active as I thought it was going to be. So there's a couple of things you'll notice. First off, only our text is moving, our shadow and our underlay aren't. The other thing you'll notice is the D isn't moving, and this is some quirk in Fusion Resolve that I'd hoped they'd fix, but this clearly haven't. What you need to do is come into your text box, select your tools, come into text and just put a space after the D and it all works. Don't ask me why, but that's the way it is. And right, I digress. Back to modifiers. So we've got our text itself jiggling, however the shadow and the outline aren't. The reason for that is in the follower tab, or in the follower modifier, the follower only affects the shading element that it was applied to. So what you need to do is apply the same modifier to the other two elements. So we will select element 2, which is our background. We will come to position, we will keyframe the offset, we get a new path, path 2. Again, we're going to right click center, modify with and shake, and now we've got shake on path 2. So we've got path 1, which is our actual text, path 2 is the outline, and again we're going to put the same settings in. And now our outline jiggles with our text, but our shadow's not moving. So again, we come back to the follower, we switch to element 3, which was our shadow, and we again come to position, we keyframe the offset, we've got path 3, which is our shadow, right click on center, modify with, shake. Now we've got shake on path 3, which is our shadow, and we again put the settings in. Now the shadow behaves oddly for some reason, I don't know why. It seems to have gone significantly bigger and I haven't quite sussed a way to get it back in, but I'm going to make that not matter so much in a second, because what I'm going to do at the minute, you've got everything jiggles together. So we can come to the follower and we can come to timing and we can put an offset of say 4 frames. We can change the order to random and then it sort of jiggles a bit more. But the text, the outline and the shadow will move together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into each of the shakes and I'm going to hit this reseed button, and that will make it jiggle to a random seed, and I'm going to do that for all 3 shake paths so that you end up with all 3 elements jiggling slightly differently, so it just gives it a bit more of a random feel. And that's basically it. So what you've ended up with, if we come back to the edit tab and just give it a second to cache, and now if we play it through, we've got our nice randomly jiggling text. Just another thing that you can stick in your arsenal of odd effects from Simon. Yeah, hope you found it useful. As usual, feel free to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers!